I do need to congratulate you first, even though it's like a year and now an extra day or two late. Um, Congratulations on five years at Point of Rental, Christian.
Thanks, Brian.
Again, for the people that haven't listened to your front porch episode, because I did talk to you for that. Most people did some work before they got to Point of Rental. Can you give me a quick 1 minute rundown of what were you doing before you got here?
Yeah, so I was actually working at one of our customers. So I was there for about 6 years as a hire manager, uh, working in the access industry using Syrinx. So I had a pretty good knowledge base already in Syrinx before joining Point of Rental.
Yeah, that does make you generally a bit more knowledgeable about the product if you've used it for a while.
Yeah.
So I guess how did you hear? Well, you heard about Point of Rental because you kind of knew that it existed because you were using it. Um, how'd you discover the job opportunity, and then what did you come here to do initially?
Yeah, so I was actually looking for some software support. So I jumped on the Point of Rental website at the time. I'm not sure if we still have it, but we had a careers page. And I saw a job opening for an implementation specialist. So I thought that sounds interesting. I do love this. I do love this product. So I gave it a crack, and here we are.
Wait, so you're looking to contact our support team, and then you're like, while I'm here, let's become the support team.
That's pretty much how it happened. Yep.
All right, interesting. Maybe we shouldn't make it so clear to find support. We can get some experts in. All right, what are you doing now? Are you still doing implementations?
No, so about 18 months ago, I moved across to lead the support team down here. So yeah, primarily working with our support team. Having said that, still dabbling into a few different areas such as implementation, migrations, and things like that. So we're a pretty small team here, so we kind of wear a few hats.
Yeah, I didn't have this one on the list, but what made you want to switch over into the support realm? Is it just one of those things where it's like, hey, we need everyone to be able to wear hats, or
Yeah, a little bit of both. I guess it was starting a new family as well, so wanted a bit more of structure in my personal life and not having to travel once every week or 2 weeks. So just that extra stability helps me.
yeah, I can imagine that definitely being a tough thing to.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to be gone all the time. Enjoy enjoy raising these kids on your own. Okay, so it's been 6 really years since you've been working here. What do you like most about working at Point of Rental? I'm assuming you like it because you're still here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I don't think I've ever had a dull day working at Point of Rental. There's always a new challenge, a new customer. Um, the product is always changing, so it definitely keeps you on your toes. But I think ultimately the team that I'm around, we're a small. Well, there's almost 19 of us, I think, in Australia now. So we're bigger than when I first started, when there were 6 of us. But we're still relatively small, and we're a tight knit team. And I guess ultimately it's the people that keep you around. And I've built some great friendships in my time, both in Australia and in the US.
All right. Well, we'll pretend that was one of those US people is me, even though I don't talk to you nearly enough. Okay, I always ask the new people for something that's not work related about them. Everyone could go listen to your podcast episode, but what's something that people should know about you? What are your hobbies and interests?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a sports fanatic. That is all sports. So Australian rules over here, right into my fantasy football. So it's our equivalent to say the NFL fantasy football. Having said that, I do still play the NFL one. Watch a lot of NBA. My US teams aren't going great at the moment, the Grizzlies and the Titans, but still keeping a keen interest on them. So yeah, I love spending my weekends watching a whole lot of sport, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember you being a big Grizzlies fan, and
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Um, Let's pretend you're talking to a new pointer. As a wise, learned pointer now, you've been around for 6 years. What advice would you give a new hire?
I think ultimately just take your time. Be a sponge in terms of leaning on, especially some of the people that have actually been in the industry. So we've got a team. Probably about 50% of us have come from the rental industry, so we can appreciate that it's a very niche and sometimes weird industry, and it's hard to get your head around. So I do encourage to lean on those people and try and speak to our customers, and I often tell our support team if they need to go out and see a customer with a trainer, then that would help them in the long term, because it's one thing learning the system, which is complex in itself, but the industry is just as complex. So probably, yeah, especially from an implementation and support perspective, that's one thing I would definitely encourage.
Yeah, I would imagine it could really help anyone. I'm going to try to go visit some customers and kind of see how they're using it, even in marketing, because it's like it just helps you connect all those dots. I think,
100%.
like, hey, these are cool features, but this now I can see how they actually use it, and then it makes a lot more sense to me.
100%.
All right, now let's pretend this is the Oscars or some other award show. I don't know what your Australian version of the Oscars is.
The Logies.
And the what?
We call it the Logies.
The Logies. All right, let's pretend this is the Logies, and you're thanking some people that helped you get to where you are today. Who are you thanking?
I think I'd have to thank my wife. She puts up with a few extra hours here and there and pulling the laptop out at dinner time. And then just the entire team. I don't really want to name names or individuals, but as I said before, the people is what makes the job enjoyable. And I can't ask for a better team around me in APAC.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else that you want to tell the people at Point of Rental about yourself or about the APAC team or anything while I have you here?
That one's kind of caught me on the hop, but probably check into the podcast that I did probably a few years ago. You might find some interesting things about me there.
Perfect. Well, thank you again for joining me today. Congratulations again on 6 years, even though we're doing 5 years. And yeah, I'll see you in another 4 for your tenure.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian.